All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video today. Today we're going to talk about the 7,500 federal tax credit, and it seems like Tesla is losing it for this vehicle. It looks like they've instructed employees that the 7,500 federal tax rate is disappearing. So we'll talk about it along with a lot of other Tesla news that's been coming out from this past day. So if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best possible financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so before we get into any of this, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another video. Thanks for watching another stream. This video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link, where you can get a list of my best credit union banks and also my buying guide, which has links to all the resources I use to get the best possible deal. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. And thank you to my latest Patreon members, Francisco, Sam. Thanks for joining. Thanks for scheduling calls with me. And yeah, thanks for all that. But let us get into this. So the Tesla Model 3, the cheapest, most inexpensive Tesla that you can buy today, starts at $42,990. And of course, if you don't know what is going on, there is a 7,500 federal tax credit on the Model 3 and the Model Y. And when you buy this vehicle before March, before the end of this month, in which the Treasury and the IRS are supposed to come out with more news on more clarification on the 7,500 federal tax credit, if you buy it, you basically get that money back when you file for your taxes next year as a tax refund using softwares like TurboTax, a CPA, or whatever to do that before April, whatever the date is next year. So it's not this year, not based upon this year's income. But it seems like the Model 3 standard range, the one that's the cheapest and most inexpensive at $42,990, is now about to lose the federal tax credit of $7,500. And how we know this? Well, it seems Tesla is instructing their employees, sending notes to their sales team, is saying that that this Model 3 is going to lose it. So here's an article from Electric. I think they broke the news first at 3:16 a.m. today. Tesla expects to lose the full 7,500 federal tax credit on its cheapest electric car, which we've been predicting this. We've thought for a while. We've known that the Model 3 standard range would not get the full 7,500 federal tax rate because of the battle minerals are, I think, from China, and also the manufacturing is from China. So the question is, like, if they're already telling their sales employee teams that the Model 3 is going to lose it, they probably already know what is going to happen with the Model Y. They might already know it's going to either get the full 7,500 federal tax rate or even maybe half of it. I think at this point we can expect it's going to get at least half or the full of it, because I think they would tell their teams that it would be getting it at zero, because they're already telling them that the Model 3 is also already getting zero. So that could be the case, or it could be the case because they want to sell a bunch of the inventory for the Model 3, which we'll take a look at before this. So looks like Tesla told employees that it expects to lose the full 7,500 federal tax rate on its cheapest electric car because the batteries come from China. Since January, some electric manufacturers have been enjoying a surge in demand thanks to the new federal tax credit for the electric vehicles coming in place. So if you've got a pending estimated delivery on a Model 3 standard range, you should 100% try and take delivery ASAP by the end of the month, because after that it seems like you will potentially could lose $7,500 in an opportunity, I guess, credit at the end of the day. And so if you're looking to buy one, it now is 100% the time to try and get one. If you need to find inventory, go to waitingfortesla.com. Shout out to the team, TJ, for creating this site. And you can see all the different vehicles that are actually around you. And my recommendation is go to the site, filter it by demo vehicle, of course, because then you can see vehicles that might have slight mileage on it, but certainly might have an extra sweet discount. You can see there's a handful of them, 860. Whoa, what's going on here? a lot of $860 discounted ones. Here's one in Irvine, $860 discount, white with black interior, 18-inch rims. Not a bad deal. Here's another one with a $1,750 discount, and the discounts are all over the place. So I'm wondering here, did they do this as part of a strategic move, right? They told their employees that, hey, the Model 3 standard range is losing out on the $7,500 federal tax credit. So, text your customers, call your customers, get them ready to take delivery, because if they take delivery after the first, they might lose this $7,500 federal tax credit refund and all sorts of that. So, if you got a pending delivery, try and take delivery ASAP. Try some of the EDD hacks on the channel. Try maybe even switching to one of these vehicles. But the question is here, like, what happens after the tax credit disappears? Will Tesla drop the price of the Model 3 standard range? I know some of you in the chat might be having a pending delivery coming up, but if Tesla loses this $7,500 federal tax credit, there could be a big price drop in the near future. I'm not sure that Tesla would go straight to $7,500 discount right away. They might go like $3,750 initially, and then maybe another $3,750. And we've talked about this many times before in the past, like when the $7,500 discount was all through December. Like, having a discount upfront is 100% more impactful than a federal tax credit refund of all sorts, and a year from now. And so there are financing partners like Tenet down below, where you can get the lowest monthly payment possible by deferring some of that $7,500 tax credit. So you can check out that. But there certainly are different ways what might actually happen in the near future. So just be aware of that. I know if you got a pending delivery, the price might actually decrease in the near future. I certainly don't think it's going to go down $7,500 right off the bat. I think Tesla, what they'll do is they'll test it out first and try and discount at $3,750 initially, and then maybe another $3,750 after that. Because if we look historically, so this column right here, column C, is the price of the Model 3 standard range of all the different price increases, decreases for whatever it is, and you can see the most price historically for the Model 3 standard range was $37,000, maybe even like $36,000. And so right now the price, of course, as we know, is $42,990. Potentially there could be a case where they could drop it down to initially $39,990, and then if they need to, like a $36,990. So take that for whatever it's worth. You can use that with whatever planning you can try and speculate. So it could go down. It might not go down initially, but do expect some sort of price drop in the near future if we believe that Tesla is losing the tax credit for the Model 3 standard range. And so we're going to jump into our next topic. And of course, we'll also get to the live stream comments, because that's the benefit of the live stream. You can ask anything you want in a live stream, and I get to every single one of those comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me. We can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling Tesla, even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible financing rate, including credit unions and banks on that list that all have interest rates lower than Tesla financing, some as low as 2.5 to 2.99, but more realistically 3.5 to 3.99. So definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. What's up, everyone? Paul